A bison, a cow, and a swordfish all attended a business conference. They were all stakeholders. What's going on, YouTube? We are in the thick of it inside the Halloween event right now. And yesterday on stream, I asked myself a good question, and I asked you guys this question. Do you think it's better to level up characters during this event, farm just for rewards, try to get the newest stuff? And then the developers actually posted the rest of the events for the rest of the year. And I thought to myself, this would be a great time to just break down in a dedicated video what are the best events and what's the best thing to utilize during those events. Because it's nice to know, hey, if you don't want to use the Halloween event for double XP, there's going to be another double XP event that starts on such and such date. That way we can kind of plan how we want to kind of use these different events to determine if it's best for us to farm different resources, materials, and all the rewards that we can get during these events. That's what we're going to break down in today's video. We do super fast YouTube intros, so if you don't mind, hit the like and subscribe button, and let's jump into it. And here is this schedule, in-game event schedule, Q4 of 2024. Before we jump into this, though, I just want to point out that we will also have our first Golden Curiosity at the middle to end of November, so that's obviously going to be separate than their in-game event schedule. These are just going to be the primary generic in-game events, not the new one that comes with Update 44. So currently, we have the Witches Festival, which is October 24th to November 6th. For those of you who don't know, we did a whole breakdown on this event. It gives you double XP. There's also the new Hollow Jack that you can farm. He's super fun, very easy. We definitely didn't die 3 times farming him on stream. Then in late November, so think right around Thanksgiving, then we have the Legacy of the Bretons celebration event, which we're going to break down here next. And then after that, we have late December, which is the New Life Festival. So let's break down those 2 events and talk about what exactly are those events and what are the main benefits to doing those events. And the first one is the ESO Legacy of the Bretons event, which you only will be able to participate, which is key if you have access to these DLCs. Now, this is also going to be around the end of November, so think around, Thanksgiving time, Black Friday, last week of November, etc. And if you want to participate in it, you have to have access to these areas, that being Coral Eyrie or Shipwright's Regret, High Isle and Aminos, Dreadsail, Graven Deep, Earthenroot Enclave, and Galeon and Euphelion. So if you have access to any of those areas, you will be able to participate, but if you don't have access to those DLCs, you unfortunately will not be able to, because this is a Legacy of the Bretons DLC highlight. But in all of those places, you're going to get access to a bunch of bonuses. Double loot from Volcanic, events, public dungeon, world bosses, delve bosses, double harvesting nodes, which is key because that's not active during this Halloween event. You have double coffers from the daily quest, which is going to be pretty helpful if you're trying to get some of the furnishings from there. Double loot from the bosses inside of Dreadsail Wreath, and double coffers from the weekly trial quest, which is great if you're trying to fill out the sticker book for there. Double loot from Coral Eyrie, Shipwright's Regret, Earthenroot Enclave, and Graven Deep, which all have some notable, really good support sets. And it's going to be a pretty easy event to participate in. All you have to do is complete a single quest every single day to get your 2 event tickets, that being a World Boss quest, Delve Boss quest, Volcanic quest. You could do a Dreadsail Wreath trial. You could do a Tales of Tribute daily quest. Feel free. Or killing and looting the final boss inside of one of the dungeons that's highlighted. And let's talk about the event coppers for Legacy of the Bretons. You're going to be able to get them from pretty much any in-game resource, such as resource nodes, chests, defeating monsters, justice activities like stealing and pickpocketing. Isn't it ironic how they refer to them as justice activities? Like, here's a justice activity. Commit crime. But notably, you're actually able to get 2 Golden Glorious Coffers. Those are the big juicy gold ones that you're going to be able to get. You can see a picture of it right here, this special golden one versus these purple ones. They have better loot inside of them. When you complete a High Isle or Galen quest for the first time, that being your notable daily quest, World Boss, Delve Boss, Defeat a Volcano, etc. quest, do those generic ones or some of the other Tales of Tribute ones, and you will get your Glorious Coffer. But also, if you go and you kill the final boss of one of the main dungeons or trials, you'll also get a notable golden box as well. But then it might beg the question, well, Jake, where exactly should I go if I want to farm the other purple one? We're going to have Isabel close her eyes for this one because we're actually in Vastor, which is the main city inside of Galen. And this is Mattheo's Ruick's house. He's all the way over here. I'm actually at the top layer of his house because I want to show you guys a repeatable thieving area that you can do. And you can see there's just absolutely tons of wardrobe things here. And notably, you probably do want to kill that guy. That way he's not always just awkwardly sitting you watch and steal all of his stuff, or just highlighting how many wardrobes there are. And the beautiful thing about that is not only is there that, there's another wardrobe over here, a trunk here, but then you can use this door and then reset the entire instance and you can reload that entire loot pool. To get in his house, you do have to break in from the bottom down here, but that's relatively easy. It's only an advanced lock, and you only have to do that once. And then you just go up to his porch, and then you just whoop, 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 whoop. Keep stealing on repeat. Unlimited stolen goods and unlimited potential purple rewards boxes. And they do talk about why you may want to do that. It's because you're going to get the new outfit style. You're going to get motif pages and style material. I don't know if that's going to be locked to the zones that are highlighted or if that's going to be any motif page. I wouldn't be surprised if it's all of them. Furnishing and furnishing recipes will be tied to the Breton area and, generic base game ones. So expect some decent furnishing plans with some decent resale value. Don't just assume that they're worthless. Item sets from the zone, companion gear. If you have a companion unlocked, that's important because you want to make sure you have your companion out and with you for as much content as possible. Gives you an extra chance to get companion gear, and you have to have it unlocked to have a chance to get it in your coffers. Crafting materials, treasure maps. Make sure you actually look to see if you actually are getting a good treasure map because there's some great ones. And then treasures, which are our quick sell items. And just some other quick things too. This is the new style, which looks pretty cool. I definitely like how the hood and the shoulders look, and the hands. And you'll be able, I believe, to finish off the 5 pieces inside of this event. But that's the real notable thing that you'll be able to do during this event. And if you have questions about this specific event, put it in the comments below. It will get its own dedicated video, but the key highlights are it's one of the only events that's going to double our resource nodes. It's going to be one of the only events that gives you access to companion gear, probably at a higher rate, treasure maps at a higher rate, because while we are getting tons of plunder skulls, the New Life event will also have reward drops. We're not going to be getting the same type of rewards. Other things too notable is that the good dungeon sets and trial sets are able to be farmed during this period. I don't think any of them are really affected by update 44, but when we do our breakdown of the Legacy of the Bretons farming routes and other such things, we'll break down which sets that you want to get, but there's some notable good ones. Dreadsail Wreath has access to some of the best sets in the game. Pretty much every set from there is pretty good. Graven Deep, Shipwright's Regret also have decent sets as well. And overall, it's just a good event, but it's not going to be a double XP event, so it's not a good time to do things such as level up a character. It's not a good time to do, other such activities that you're doing, for example, during the Witches Festival, because during the Witches Festival, you can go kill dragons, versus in this event, you essentially are probably going to be sitting and farming this poor bastard's house on repeat. And so this takes us to the New Life event, which notably is going to be around the end of December. They think it's going to be from December 21st until January 9th. We don't know that for 100% certainty, but it's worth noting. It's probably a decent guess. You can get 100% XP buff for this event. You can acquire this by simply completing the quest. That's going to be your generic starter quest that you do from inside of the Crown Store. Just in case you've never seen that before, anytime there's a quest going on, like a main event, you can actually go into the event section in the Crown Store, and then you can see the free starter quest here. Just notable in case you've never seen that before. And then from there, the ESO XP will be stackable, and it's also hidden. So you don't have to do any sort of active thing to keep it going any other time. You'll be able to just have a double XP for the rest of the event. Now, New Life is unique because basically it gives you access to doing a bunch of farmable daily quests that you do all sorts of celebration. It's really cool because there's 9 different quests. Each one highlights how the different races celebrate all of their little fun Christmassy type things. It's so fantastic, but unfortunately, there's not great rewards from that aspect. And for that reason, I'm out. Kidding. But every time you complete a New Life quest, you earn a New Life Festival box, which can give you access to some good ingredients, New Life Furnishings, the Skin Grad Changer style, Imperial Writs, Deep Winter Writs, the Snow Bale Buddy Rune Pet, another Rune Pet, two style pages, some Berez Juice, Frost Mirror, which are notably usually pretty expensive, consumable festival toys, which you could throw like mud balls at people and stuff, and Morningstar Frostweave outfit style, which is the new one. You're also going to be able to purchase that outright. You also can get the stuff from the yesteryear if you're interested, the grab bags, which can give you access to some of these items here. Most of these are not super valuable. It's not like, Mid-Year Mayhem where some of these are worth like millions of gold. But notably, some of them are worth a few 100,000, but not something that I would necessarily stress about. These are all of the quests and associated things tied to them. There's definitely a lot to do, and you can also get skin changer motifs during this event, which is pretty cool. You can also, if you've done the achievement Newly Charitable by doing 12 New Life Writs, which don't worry, are super easy. You can get access to this frost skin, or crystal skin more likely, because you're actually a crystal, and you can turn yourself fully translucent. And every time you complete a Deep Winter Charity Writ, you will unlock a Scowl Explorer page, an Imperial City Charity Writ. You can get a Rindekleft Dwarven Weapon skin, and then you can see that they kind of keep that frosty vibe going with them, which they're pretty cool. I will note that these are unfortunately not very valuable. There also are some, you can find Holiday Achievement Furnisher, which you will have to have certain achievements done. For example, if you want to get the New Life Bonfire, you have to have the Snow Bear Plunge achievement. And, if you want to get some of these other items as well, you'll just have to do these specific quests. Such as if you want the New Life Standard, you just have to complete the New Life Celebrant achievement. Overall, this is an event that's very straightforward, and it's just going to be primarily used generally as an XP event, but also with some fun little things that you can do in there, like, you can do your writs, which, by the way, writs give you tons of experience. So I would honestly stack some XP potions, stack your ability to farm some of those daily writs that you're getting. You could also do some actual like purple, gold writs as well, writ books, and then do your Imperial ones, and you will get absolutely tons of experience. So for me, New Life is primarily a double XP event. It's got some really cool, ability to get some nice little items, but there's nothing of real value. Even if you're doing the daily quests that you can do, one for each race, there's 9 of them on you can do per character. Rewards that you're getting in the time it takes you to complete that daily quest usually isn't really conducive once you've done your first one, which is going to give you access to your event tickets and your gold rewards box. And notably, you do get 3 event tickets, which is one of the highest clicks of event tickets that you can get during a single event. All you have to do is do one of those daily quests. So doing the daily quest is actually very worth it and valuable. The only problem is that it's usually not worth doing all of them, because just the time commitment to do all of them is just not conducive with the rewards that you're getting. I would say look at this event primarily as an XP event if you have characters to level up, or if you want to try to hunt down some of these consumables. Notably, you might be thinking, Jake, what's the real difference between this and the Halloween event? Well, the Halloween event, you can get tons of reward boxes from doing all sorts of activities, and those reward boxes have better rewards, with Sugar Skulls being one of the better chase items that you can get, and then you can usually sell that even on console, a few months down the road for 100,000 gold. Or if you're getting the owl feathers right now, those are selling for like 120,000 gold on Xbox. So there's a lot of chase items with a lot of value versus New Life, which is just more of like a fun, whimsical, go out, farm some fun things, do some cool daily quests, learn about how the races, celebrate Christmas and Santa Claus, because Santa Claus and Christmas don't necessarily exist for all the races equally. So it's fun from that aspect, but it doesn't necessarily translate to valuable reward box farming, but it does translate to fantastic XP farming and do those Imperial writs, get that crystal skin. And also, if you want to farm your writs, then pop some XP scrolls. It'll stack with that double XP and just go ham on it. And here are those 2 furnishings that you can get if you complete those specific achievements. You can see, they're pretty cool. And notably, all you really need to do is complete all of the New Life daily quest options. which these are the different daily quests that you can be assigned each day. You can also track your actual progress towards getting that skin that we talked about, the Crystal Frost skin, using this achievement, Newly Charitable. You can see that all you have to do is complete 12 of them. But everyone, that's going to wrap up the video. What will you be utilizing to do different things during these different events? For example, I think I'm going to wait to level up some of my characters until the end of December and utilize them during the New Life event, and just keep getting absolutely ham-fisted by the Hollow Jack event and, seeing if I can kill him to get the bust of himself. Which, when you say so confidently the word bust out loud when you're recording a YouTube video, sounds exceptionally sus, and I feel like every time I say the word bust, we are probably adding 10 minutes to the ad check that needs to be done by YouTube for this video. Bust. Anywho, thank you guys so much again for watching. As always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to do to enter is leave a comments below. Tell me, what will you be utilizing for your XP event? What are you going to be doing to farm different rewards? Are you interested in farming double resources in the High Isle event? Second thing is, just make sure you're subscribed / follow on Twitch and Twitter. And the third thing is, look for a hidden word to be flashed upon the screen. If you're the first person to comment that word, you will win. Last month, it was Goober. See what the next word this is for this month. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.